A corporate disaster triggers a personal one. A family funeral unearths a buried tragedy. And a desperate CEO is told she is not the one in power. This episode is about collapse, of secrets, of trust, and of the walls people build to survive. The day of reckoning begins not with a bang, but with a horrific off-screen crash. An Mtex truck is involved in a fatal collision, a crisis that should demand the full attention of its top brass. But when Rebecca Lacey gets the call, she doesn't spring into action, she spirals. Overwhelmed by the financial quicksand of Mtex and haunted by the lawyer's whispering of greener pastures, she utterly breaks. Instead of managing the disaster, she flees into a chaotic, romantic comedy escape with Charlie Newsome. She drinks, she smashes a phone, and she sleeps with him, betraying her partner Walt in the process. This isn't ambition, it's sabotage. It's a woman trying to burn down her own life before the company she's tied to does it for her. Her actions scream a terrifying question. Is Rebecca preparing to jump ship? By indulging in this affair, she's emotionally severing herself from Mtex, proving to Tommy and Cammy that in a moment of true crisis, her loyalty is to her own survival, not the company. The most calculating mind in the boardroom has become the most volatile. While Rebecca implodes, Cammy Miller is facing her own abyss with a chilling clarity. Visiting Monty's grave steals her resolve. To save his legacy, she will do the unthinkable. She will formally court the cartel. She prepares to sell her own house and walks into a meeting with Dan Morrell, laying bare the catastrophic costs of the storm-damaged rig. She is ready to make a deal with the devil, but the devil has a very specific preference. Dan, still fascinated by Tommy's defiant integrity, delivers a brutal power play. He will not invest a single cent unless Tommy Norris personally approves the deal. Put everything on hold until Tommy signs, he says. In this moment, Dan strips Cammy of all her authority. The widow who declared herself meaner than Monty is rendered powerless. She cannot sell her house, she cannot fix the rig, and she cannot save the company without the approval of the man she supposedly leads. Dan isn't just investing, he's choosing his counterparty, and he has chosen Tommy, backing him into a corner with the fate of the entire company. Amidst this corporate chaos, the Norris family gathers to bury Tommy's mother, Dorothy. The tension between Tommy and his father, TL, is a live wire. Tommy's lifetime of resentment, belief that TL abandoned him, boils over. But TL doesn't fight back with anger. He responds with a grief so profound it changes everything. The truth is revealed not to Tommy, but through his weeping daughter, Ainsley, who was shattered to learn her grandmother died alone and in pain. Seeing his daughter break finally breaks Tommy. And so TL tells the real story. Tommy had a baby sister who died of SIDS. Dorothy's heart never recovered. Consumed by a grief he couldn't fix, TL didn't abandon his son. He retreated from a pain that had already swallowed his wife whole. Tommy wasn't abandoned. He was left stranded in the wreckage of their shared parents' tragedy. This revelation rewrites Tommy's entire history. His father wasn't selfish. He was destroyed. The forgiveness that follows is silent, immense, and the most significant healing the show has ever portrayed. The episode doesn't let us forget the human cost of this industry. Jerrell, one of Tommy's crew, poisoned by the hydrogen sulfide gas, is now blind. The doctors don't know if it's permanent. This isn't a subplot. It's a haunting. It's the physical, irreversible consequence of the dangers they all dance with every day. It hangs over Tommy, a tangible result of the cut corners and relentless pressure. In contrast, we see a quieter toll with Ariana and Cooper. Ariana, struggling at her new job, finds a fragile peace. She attends Dorothy's funeral for Cooper, acknowledging the debt of past kindness. Cooper, sleeping outside her garage, isn't fighting for her, he's waiting. It's a relationship no longer defined by drama, but by a painful, patient understanding. They are both weathering their own storms separately. This episode masterfully traded corporate action for deep, raw character excavation. The facade of business as usual has been completely stripped away. Rebecca's professionalism is gone, revealing a scared person making terrible choices. Cammy's authority has been nullified by the cartel's own intrigue. And Tommy's lifelong anger has been drained away by a truth that replaced resentment with shared grief. He returns home with his father, a circle closed. But this hard-won personal peace is the calm before an unprecedented storm. Tommy now faces an impossible choice. To save Mtex and everyone who depends on it, he must walk into Dan Morrell's office and shake the hand he once refused. He must make a deal with the man his father just taught him to forgive. The next episode isn't about business or family. It's about the moment they violently collide and what Tommy is willing to become to save them both.